what is in your heart. Because I think maturity comes when
you've grown.
you take ownership of it. What concerns Jesus Christ is, it's what must concern
You have
us.
become a custodian.
Yes. Yes.
The last words, Hope Chaga, before we leave.
Today I think it's been very refreshing because I remember when you touched on the area of giving prophet. And when back in the days about 29 years ago when I started to give, and I found that I never at one point gave with a motive when it comes to the works of God. Meaning that I never gave that, with condition. I never gave with a carnal mind or a carnal attitude. I always gave with joy, with excitement. And so I remember even my wife one time, because we used to stay in 2 provinces. She'll be in our house in Rustenburg. I'll be in our apartment in Pretoria. So I would be going to church normally on Mondays because we had a prayer and fasting. And there'll come a time where there'll be a week where we have a revival in church in Mamelodi. So I would give, and I would go beyond my means in giving to the works of the Lord, especially when they do the not altar call, when they do like the pledges, yes. And I would raise my hand for that pledge. And by that time, I remember one day I didn't even have that amount, that sum of money. But within that same week, God opened a window for me, and I took that money and I went to fulfill the pledge that I stood, in front of the Lord. So even now, when I give, I was looking in the book of the Corinthians, where they say we must give from the heart. Because in doing so, you are fulfilling the gospel of the Lord, and also it elevates you as a child of God.
Amen.
I know for those who have been in ministry, I worked with the area of finance, and there was a time I had to take the finance of the church and keep it with me. And at the same time, I didn't have bread or petrol. And I never touched on that money. And one day I remember when I looked at that money, I just opened it, but I couldn't use it. But I felt it was very heavy compared to my personal finances. So I think I had an intimate time with the Lord then, because most of the time I was alone during the week when I come back from work. So that also taught me a lot. I would say the Lord taught me a lot in that area of finance and of giving. So today I'm actually happy when you shared your testimonies, because it's like, when you give like that, it's like when you help the poor. This earlier today, I was reading the book in the Bible where they say how we must help the poor, because in helping the poor we are representing the Lord. And also those who are running the youth of our nation to institutions of higher learning, or even